Hello, I am Possible Pilates family. This is a beginner workout, hoping it'll be about 30 minutes, and all you need is a couple light weights or whatever you have. Totally optional. Get yourself some wide open space and be ready to get a tune-up. This is time for you, so be sure you get credit if you're wearing a fit watch. I like to find the little green running guy and get high intensity interval training. All right, what we're gonna do first, spread your toes, wiggle your fingers. We're gonna reach up with a big inhale, dive on forward, send your sits bones back, really reach, feel the opposition. Your head is pointing straight forward, and then it can point down. Take your time here, bend your knees, soften your spine. When you're ready, pull up, exhale, pull up from that belly button, and continue to wiggle it all out. Again, your time, do what feels good for you, and if throughout, we're doing it one more time, if you ever feel like you're feeling pain, definitely just stop doing it, dive on forward. You can see as I talk about opposition, my hands are reaching, my hips are going the opposite way. My heels are digging in as I let my head pull down towards my heels. Again, my hips are going up. So we've got all this happening here with just this basic stretch. It's great to do these early in the morning, anytime after sitting at your desk or on the couch. All right, so we're gonna come into a warm-up. We're gonna have our arms, fists, press into your knees. We're going to do a high knee marching. I like my arms straight here. You could have them bent, pulling back behind your hips. I'll go into a couple other variations. Essentially, we're just trying to get the blood pumping, moving those big muscles. Exhale. Good, inhale, exhale. We're here for a little bit. I told you I'd have a variation. So if you bring your palms towards you, let your arms, shoulders pull. It's kind of a fast, sharp movement. It's engaging your core, your lats down your back, your shoulders are down. Your thighs, quads, hamstrings, flick through the ankles. You get some calf work here too. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Last 2 and 1. Good. Sometimes I lose count. Hopefully you're still with me. We're out of breath a little bit. Let's lean, opening up our inner thighs, reaching up overhead, separate those ribs. And other side. Good. Take your time here to roll into center. Do a little cat move where you pull your belly button in, arching through the back, and cow. Walk your feet closer together. And again, ragdoll all the way up. So I feel like we're nice and warmed up. We're gonna grab the weights. I don't know if you can hear my music here, so let me see if I can. All right, so we're gonna jam out with our 2-pound weights. You'll be thankful they're only 2 pounds by the end here. So we're gonna come to a wide stance, a little wider than your shoulders. Plant your heels in. I like to lift my toes. You'll see us sometimes I just flick my toes up. That helps me, you can't even see my toes. Helps me make sure the backs of my legs are working, my booty's engaged. So I'm gonna have my weights Elbows are in line with my shoulders if I can. They're maybe a little forward. I'm just gonna press up and down. For starters. Get the feel of this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. All right, if you've got this feels okay. Shoulders stay down your back. We're gonna bend down and press up. So move your feet. You're not committed to that first stance. If you need to go a little wider. Toes aren't completely turned out horizontal. They have a little V. So that's where your knees are gonna track back over. Let's do 8, 7. As you pull up, try to engage those inner thighs. 4, 3, squeeze. 2, 1. We're gonna keep going with the legs. We're gonna come open, close, close, open, together in front and outside. We've got 5, good, 4, 3, 2, smile friends, 1, and we're gonna hold that squat down. We're gonna go forward, out, up, down, forward, out, up, down. See if you can get lower. We're burning. Last 3, forward, up, and done, and done. Nice work. We've got bicep curls next. So you can pick a stance that feels good for you. I like to just come into about hip width apart, tuck my tailbone under, so my elbows are tight to my ribs, up, down. Light grip on those weights. Imagine these are like really heavy kettlebells, so you send more energy into those biceps. Feel the push and the pull against your core, or your ribs or your hips, wherever your elbows press into. All right, they're full range. Let's do 8. Good, 7, 6, 5, we got this. 4, remember they're still heavy. 3, 2, 1, we're gonna come out to a little wider. I like to think of a W, and it doesn't really make sense. It's more of a V. Up, down, up, down. So this isn't my favorite stance. It's kind of a wide, solid base, knees bent, heels digging in. But you can do the same thing, just standing tall, narrow. I still encourage you to soften those knees. Dig the heels in. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold these out and fly up, connect to your ribs. We've got 8, 7. Open those palms, feel like you're gonna fly off the edge of the cliff. You have wings. Good, your core still engaged. Keep breathing. Exhale. Shoulders are tight. 2 more. And last one. Good, we're gonna pitch ourselves forward. So your knees are kind of right underneath your hips. Or sorry, your heels under your hips. Your knees are bent, they're forward. Tuck that tailbone under again. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna row back. Our elbows are gonna go wide back. So imagine you've got a lemon between your shoulder blades. The juice is gonna squirt out. Unfortunately, it's gonna run into all the wrong places, but you get the idea. We wanna squeeze that juice, elbows up and high. Extra second hold. Check in with yourself here now. Is your chin forward, you're facing forward. You have a tendency here to kind of like not care, right? So keep your spine long. Part of that control is going to come from your belly. Your core is tight, your belly button's up and in. Let's do 2 and 1. Now our palms are going to come up. Our elbows are going to stay narrow. It's almost here like you're dragging something off the ground. Press your heels in. You'll feel that booty work, your hamstrings. See if you can get a little lower. If you want to, challenge yourself here. Knees track in line with your toes. You're still getting some juice. Actually, you might be able to squeeze even more with these elbows near your body. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, keep smiling. 1, now we're gonna hold those elbows back. Pinkies are gonna fly behind, thumbs forward. Pinkies back, thumbs in. Still again, long spine. Challenge your squat here. Belly's tight. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. There's 10 minutes. Wiggle that out. Stretch your arm across your body. Other arm behind your head. And other side. All right, well, next up, we're done with the weights. Grab a drink if you need. I've got my lesson plan here. Actually, I might want that a little center. I've got this sturdy chair here. I've also got a couch, so you might have one of these. You might be at your kitchen counter. Wherever you are, it's really, today's lesson is optional, so you don't really need this, but it's nice to have if you're feeling a little unsturdy. First things we're gonna do, bring our feet together, knees together, inner thighs together, standing straight up tall. We're gonna lift those heels and lower. Lift, lower. So again, if you don't have that surface, that's fine. Just gonna challenge your balance more. I like a challenge. All right, heels stay connected. Lift, lower. Core is engaged. So we're kind of working through the ankle area, calves. Let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2, and 1. We're gonna come, I'm gonna turn so you can see me a little bit. Our heels are gonna stay together, knees together, everything's good. We're gonna sit back a little bit and up. Sit back and up. So as you go down, you really wanna send your booty back and back. As you do that, squeeze those inner thighs, clench that area together. Your butt cheeks are holding something really valuable. We don't want to drop it. So you feel all that getting fired up. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, 1. We're going to hold that little squat, that little seat, just a little hover, and lift our heels here and down, up and down. Hold your core in tight. If you have a mirror or somewhere you can check, I keep looking at the YouTube, the channel here, but you want to just make sure your booty's not like here. You're not doing something really weird and contorting. Keep that tucked. Up, down, up, down. Let's alternate. Right heel, left. Right, left. Good. Squeeze. Your thighs might be burning too. It's good. March. Up, up, up. Last 3, 2, and 1. So we're gonna do the same thing with a little bigger stance, a bigger squat back. So you get a bigger area to sit back into. If you wanna hold on to your bar here, we're gonna sit back and up. Don't stick just your booty back, right? It all kind of travels down together. Your thighs are tracking right over your toes. Knees, everything's in line. Getting back and up. Back. Dig the heels into the floor as you come up. You're pressing down to be lifted. Down. 2, 5, 4, chest stays up. 3, you're looking forward. 2, 1, now we're gonna hold it down here. Alternate right heel, left heel. Right heel, hold on if you need to. Belly's engaged. When you lift your heel, imagine it comes from that core. Up and up and up. Everything else stays put. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna go into even a bigger area and turn my toes out. I'm gonna get down. So I'm gonna squat and lift, squeeze, squat, lift. You can do whatever you want with your arms here, but as it gets bigger, I don't feel like I need to hold on. So lift, lower, squeeze all this. Press the outsides of your feet from your pinky to your heel into the floor. You'll activate more of that backside body. And as you come up, you activate that front inside. Good, these are some big muscles. We're getting some cardio here too. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna hold it down here. So hopefully this feels okay for you. My left knee is kind of going like, what? So I know I'm not in the right position. Bring it in a little bit, get back to that V instead of the straight horizontal. And let's squat here. Tiny, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You can have your prayer hands. Get you through it. We're gonna hold, lift right heel, left heel. Right, left. Continue to press your palms together. Shoulders down your back. You can shut your eyes, take yourself to a happy place. Last 2, last 1, and done. We're gonna hold that position again. Move my chair here, because now we're gonna go into like a lunge series. Starting here, I'm gonna pivot. So this is my left leg. I picked up my left heel. I'm gonna pivot, facing right. Drop, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Pivot the other way for 5. Try to drop this knee directly under my hip. My shoulders, my head, all that's in a line. 2, 1. So we did 5. We're going to do 4, 4, 3, 3. You get the idea. 15 in total. So we're going to come to the other side. 4, 3. Hold your core. 2, 1. Center. Stop. 4, 3, 2 on the other side. 1. Center. Back to the start. 3, 2, 1. Center. And again, 3, 2, 1. Center. 2. center, and 2. Center. So we're gonna do singles for 5. Let's squat in the middle. And middle. 4, middle, and middle. 3. You're shaking, I'm shaking. Is it over yet? Stick with me. 2, and 2. Center, last 1. Last center, and last left. And we're done. Good. Grab onto that right heel. Taper your knees together. Send your hip forward. Opening your chest. You might lift your chin, rock back and forth. Awesome job, friends. We're going to get this done. Left leg. Again, taper those knees together. Send the hip forward, chest open. Big deep breaths. Again, take a drink if you need. I'm going to see what I got next. I'm going to hold on to that bar. Just do some knee openers. And again, this bar is optional. You can face it. I'm going to open with my right knee. I want to imagine I'm lifting from my hip flexors. Engaging my obliques. I'm going to reverse. Nice and slow. And last one. Gonna go to the other side. So I'm gonna go back first. Open that area by pointing your knee in a circle. Drawing it forward, around, and back. And reverse. 4. Good. 3, 2. This can be big or small. Your butt might be wanting to cramp. Rub it all out. We're good there with that. We're going to come down to the floor for the last part. Let me get that out of the way. All right, so I'm going to find an open space where you can still see me. I'm going to put my legs over to my left side. My right leg's in front. It's going to be horizontal with my shin, and my knee is going to be in line with my hip. So my back is going to be horizontal with my hip this way, and my leg out long. So I'm going to anchor myself through this side. I'm going to hold my belly button up and in as I lift my heel up and down. So my hip goes forward. It's a small movement. It's going to give you a little burn right in the top of that seat. You might even hold your hand there. At least that's the goal. If you're feeling it, like I said, any pain, if you're feeling it in a bad way, let's not do it, right? Stick it out. And I'll be back to you in 2 minutes, but get a stretch or do something different. This is called pretzel, and you're gonna feel like you're in a little bit of a pretzel. Your torso's leaning off to your right as you lift that left leg up. Actually, just the heel up for now. We're gonna do 2 more, and 1, then the whole leg's gonna lift. So you lift the heel, the knee comes up, down, up, down. This is tough, and you are gonna feel it. Do 10, 9, 8, 7, try not to move anything else. 4, breathe, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna extend that leg long. We're gonna come up onto this knee, open wide. Some people love pretzel. It's kind of a love-hate thing. I don't mind it. Some days I feel like I'm doing it wrong, so you kind of gotta get out of it before it is too painful here. But once you're lined up, again, your front knee is off of that front hip, and your shin is straight, parallel. Your back thigh is parallel, so those two are running in parallel. You're gonna lean off to the side and let your foot hang out there. So we're gonna lift, heel, drop, lift, drop. really just pivoting off this knee. But you gotta give the knee enough area to work. You're gonna feel the crunch through your side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna lift that leg. 9, 8, 7. Imagine getting longer off your knee. Holding that core up. I've lost track. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg long. We're going to come up. We're going to stretch off that left arm, reaching your right arm. Imagine getting space between your ribs, almost like a little rainbow shape. And as you come back down, we're going to come onto all fours for a little cat-cow. Letting your belly drop, your hips lift, chest lifts open. I'm going to exhale here. Inhale, draw the belly button up. Chin comes into your chest, almost like you're doing a crunch sit-up. All right, we're going to flow through that. Actually, I think I changed my breath pattern. I'm going to exhale as I bring my belly in. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Do what feels good for you. If you want to wiggle through this. We're going to come to a neutral spine. So that helped you get 2 extremes, up and down. Now come to the middle. Wrists are going to be under your shoulders. Knees are under your hips. We're going to lift our right arm out, straight out. Now, if you were paying attention, you can go back to this. You're neutral. You lift that arm out. Hopefully you didn't lean over. You want to have a straight, solid foundation. We're going to add on and lift that left leg. So it's very important we've got a solid base. We're going to lift here and lift and lift, not cranking that low back. Keep a long spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold open so that leg comes up towards your hip as the arm goes down towards your opposite hip. It's a little windshield wiper. Wipe it clean. Open. Close. One more. And back down. Good. We're going to go to the other side. Get that neutral spine. Lift the arm first. Shoulders back and down. I'm going to tap that foot back and lift. Stay here for a second. Good. Feel like you're a bow and arrow or a statue. We're going to lift. Up, up, up. Tiny lifts. This isn't big. Remember, we don't want to crunch that low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. We're going to wipe. Bring that leg up, the arm down. Open, wiping, clean, close. Open. Keep breathing, close. Try to keep the leg the same height. And close, hold, and release. Nice work. We're going to wiggle back down. And come around to your bottom. We're going to do some crunches and bridging, and then we're done. So it looks like maybe just over 30 minutes. If you need to leave early, just be sure you do some stretches later. Hands behind your head, belly buttons down into the mat. You're going to keep it there. Your challenge is to keep your waistband crunching the carpet or your mat, whatever you're on. So we're holding here, shoulders are up off the floor, waistbands down. We're going to hold 10, 9, pulse, 8, 7, 6, 5. Don't lift your hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to twist and extend your arm to the opposite side of that knee. Center, back, center, forward, back, forward,
Not dropping your shoulders throughout. You're holding that same spot. Your core is pressing into the floor. Okay, forward, 3, back, 2, back, last, forward, last, back. Nice work. We're going to hold it here now and march. Right knee, left knee. Keep that waistband down. Your head is staying right in the same spot. Crunch a little higher if you can. My core is burning. Right, left. We're not speeding through this because then you lose your form. Very precise. Breathing through. Good, let's march and march. Last, march and march. Now I'm going to hold my crunch here. See if I can bring both legs up and both legs not all the way down. Just extend out, in, I'm shaking. Keep your breath, keep your waistband down. If this is too much, just drop those feet and keep crunching. We're just doing 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees in, rock them side to side. Whew. All right. We're going to do our bridging next. So your feet are planted. Your arms are down by your side. You're going to press your heels so much. Your tailbone lifts up from the bottom, curling up, bringing your hips, bringing your stomach, and bringing your low ribs. I hope you can still see me. Good. So we're going to dip our hips down halfway and up. Down, up, down, up. Breathe. Press, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold this here. We're going to lift, bring your left in a little bit. Lift your right leg. So we've got a straight stick here. Lifting your hips, lowering your hips. Down, up, 2, and 1. Bring that leg down, switch sides. We did 5, dip, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Rough those hips up. One more time. You get up all the way into your shoulders if that feels good. Put your hands behind. Just let your hips drop. Just a free adjustment there as well. Let's roll up. Let's roll over. I like to end with some down dog. Pressing those heels back. Letting your head drop between your shoulders. Really expanding your shoulders. You can pedal the feet if you'd like. Back and forth. Or just stay stationary. Bend both knees. Come into a crouching position. Reach those arms and walk your hands back to your feet. All right. Wiggle all the way back up. Reach your arms up into the ceiling. Thank you for joining me today. Again, one of my very first classes on YouTube. Trying out the music. Hopefully I'll listen back and it was good. But I hope you had fun, and we're going to work on this together. So thanks for joining again, and have a great